Hello friends, welcome back to your YouTube channel. So today we'll learn how to do the quantification as per IS 1200. In the last video I have explained you what is IS 1200 and for what the IS 1200 is used for. So today we'll learn how to do the excavation and how to do the quantification of the excavation and how to do the quantification of plain cement concrete as per IS 1200. So if you don't know what is for what IS 1200 is used, then you please watch my previous video. I have done the brief explanation of IS 1200 part 1, that is excavation. So you'll come to know how to use the IS 1200 for quantification. So this is the plan we are going to use for the quantification, and this is the excavation layout, and this is the footing chart. So this is where we will get the size of the footings. So this is the M sheet, so measurement sheet. So in this plan, in this excavation layout, we'll count how many numbers of footings are there totally. So whenever you are counting something, you have to go in the clockwise direction and come in the internal, so that you will not miss any object. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there are totally 13 numbers of footings. So in the footing chart, we'll come to know what are the sizes of footings. So for F1, 2.1 meter by 2.1 meter by 0.4 meter, and for F2, 2.6 meter by 2.6 meter by 0.5 meter, and for F3, 3.5 meter by 1.8 meter by 0.4 meter. So in the excavation layout, we'll count how many F1 are there, how many F2 and how many F3. So in this excavation layout, there are F1 footings are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are totally 10 numbers of F1 footings that I have listed here. F1 10 numbers, and F2. So how many F2 are there? We'll count now. There are only 2 F2 footings that I have listed here. F2 2 numbers. Now F3. There is only one number of F3 footing. So that I have listed here. So from the footing chart, we will come to know what are the sizes that I have listed here. F1 2.1 by 2.1 by 400 mm, F2 2.6 by 2.6 by 0.5 meter, F3 3.5 by 1.8 by 0.4 meter. So depth of excavation I have considered as 1.8 meter from the natural ground level. So this is the footing plan that I will explain you now. So we know that there are 10 numbers of F1 footings. So first is F1, so 10 numbers. 2.1 is the length, 2.1 is the width, and 1.8 meter is the excavation depth from the natural ground level. So what is 600 mm I have added here, and what is 600 mm I have added here is, as per the IS 1200, we have to add working space 600 mm on all the sides of the substructure. So this is 600 mm, this is 600 mm, this is 600, and this is 600. So for the length I have added two sides 600 mm. For the width also I have added two sides 600 mm. So what you mean by working space? Working space is the space where we give the supports. So here we stand and work. The levers are stand and work, and also it is utilized for giving the support for the shuttering. So if you do the calculation, the excavation quantity for F1 footing is 118.80 m3. For the F2 footing, there are two numbers of F2 footings. 2.6 is the length, 2.6 is the width. So I have added here also 600 mm on for the length and also for the width, and the depth of excavation is 1.8 meter. So if you do the calculation, the quantity of excavation for F2 footing is 27.36 m3. Similarly for F3, the size is 3.5 and 1.8 is the width. So 600 mm we have to add on all the sides of the footing. So the depth is 1.8 meter. So if you do the calculation again, we'll get the quantity of the excavation for F3 as 25.38 m cube. Second, we'll learn now how to do the quantification for plain cement concrete. So here I have considered the thickness of the P.C.C as 100 mm. So this is the plan, this is the footing, and this is the column, and this is the P.C.C line. So this here I have considered the thickness of the P.C.C as 100 mm. So whatever the thickness of the P.C.C, either it is 75 mm or 100 mm, we have to give the projection for the footing same as the thickness of the P.C.C. If it is 100 mm, then you have to give the projection 100 mm, 100 mm here, 100 mm here, 100 mm here. It means on all the sides. If it is 75, you have to give the 75 mm projection from the footing edge on all the sides. If you see this section, if you cut this footing plan here and see from here, then this is the section. Here you will see the thickness of the P.C.C, thickness of the footing, and this is the column, and this is the plinth beam, and this is the natural ground level. From here we have excavated 1.8 meter till the bottom of the P.C.C. Now we will see how to do the quantification. So for F1 we know that there are 10 numbers of footings. So 2.1 is the length, again the 2.1 is the width. For the length and the width, as I explained, we have to add the projection as the thickness of the P.C.C, that is 100 mm on all the sides. For the length also I have added, for both sides I have added 100 mm thickness P.C.C for as the projection. So 2.1 plus 2 into 0.1, same with the width also. 2.1 plus 2 into 0.1 and multiplied by 100 mm thick P.C.C. So the quantity of the P.C.C for F1 footing is 5.29 m cube. Same for F2, for the length and for the width I have added 100 mm as a projection. There are two numbers of F2 footings and multiplied by 100 mm thick P.C.C, the quantity is 1.56 m cube. Same with the F3, the quantity is 0.74 m cube. So the concept is, for the excavation we have to give the 600 mm as the working space on all the sides of the substructure, and for the P.C.C, whatever the thickness of the P.C.C you are considering as per the GFC, you have to give the projection as the thickness is on all the sides of the footing. So at the last I have made a summary. So this is the excavation quantity of all the footings F1, F2, F3, and this is the P.C.C quantity of all the footings F1, F2 and F3. In the next upcoming videos I will do the calculation for plinth beam. So we'll complete the at least G+1 building, how to do the quantification as per IS 1200. So if you have any doubt, please do comment, I will answer your doubts. Please do subscribe and like and share the videos. Thank you.